And we're streaming, and we should probably wait just a little bit to put on the...
Do it, Jack.
We going? We're just going into it?
Don't mess this up, Jack.
Oh, I got the notification. It's going.
Noise.
Are we
It's
ready
funny.
to go?
Everybody gets to hear
we're
all
ready,
this
Jack.
awesomeness.
We're rolling.
Everybody thinks we just hate Jack. You're correct.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, guys.
put your hands together for Nerdbuzzed.
Nerdbuzzed doesn't condone the consumption of alcohol
See
by
if we
any
can
persons
break
under the age of 21.
Are you
Please drink
scrolling?
responsibly.
Tell me you're just scrolling like crazy.
Hello.
Welcome to Nerdbuzzed, the podcast where we talk about all the nerdy stuff that we care about and drink a cool frosty brew while we're doing it. I'm your host, Marcus Ellinger. With me, as always,
Jeremiah Johnson.
and once again, we are so glad to have you back
Awesome to be here.
at
So
Impinator,
fun.
a.k.a. Mick Pettit with like 25 T's. That's how we've learned how to spell your
Yeah.
name.
Just think of pet tit.
Pet Tit.
Pet tit.
Nice.
That's the
Nice.
easiest way to do it. Yeah.
And of course, he's with us. If you couldn't hear, we were screaming at him. Everything he does wrong.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, 20 minutes late. Thank you,
Oh,
Jack.
my God.
That's all his fault, too.
It was a learning experience, and it maybe diffused some tension between the hosts, and it diverted that tension right onto me. So, I'll
I
take
think
one
that
for the
tension was
team.
pretty much diffused before I even got in the room.
I'll take one for the team on this one, you guys. I'm a hero.
Awesome.
Notice he can't fit a hat on himself anymore either.
Well, on this episode...
The goatee is throwing me off. I don't
It's
know.
not a goatee. It's a whole.
You don't-
From,
It's a whole
from our
thing.
angle. That's
Okay,
all I'm
anyway.
Oh
saying.
my God.
Yeah, and the worst part is that you can't see the sweet man bun ponytail thing he's been
Oh.
rocking that's in the back.
Oh.
Wow.
So anyway,
That guy.
what are we drinking?
Too late.
Oh, what you guys drinking?
So, yes, Jay, please tell us what we're drinking.
Well, you acquired it for us.
I did.
Through some other
Oh,
means.
let me not
It is
cover it up for
Naked
you.
Cities, which is they've got a branch right here on Tomato Island.
Yep.
And it's Naked City Easy Island IPA, 6%. It's an IPA. It looks very pale in color.
It is very pale. I've
Yep.
actually cheated and already drank some because Brian, the guy from Naked City, dropped it off and was kind enough to leave a growler of it with
Yeah,
me.
2 liters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid dude.
Right?
Yeah.
So what are you
So-
drinking there, Mick?
I have the Red Hook Big Ballard
Nice.
IPA because I figured I should, have something kind of strong, and I like this one.
Way to go, AB and Bev.
Nice.
And it doesn't make me tired. Most of the other IPAs make me tired. This one's good.
Like just
Weird.
IPAs in general seem to make you tired?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
You
Wonder
think
if,
it,
hoppiness
wonder,
in
if you're, wonder if you're hop sensitive.
I might be.
maybe he's just sensitive.
Well, hop,
I know I
hop
am.
tea is a sedative.
Huh.
It is. You can infuse it into
Which is weird
Vape
because
stew.
hopping, you'd think that would be like an energetic thing, right?
Wow.
was that Jack coming out at me?
All right,
Yeah, it
guys. I got somewhere to be. I'll see you guys in a few weeks.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, just kidding. Canceled. I'm here all night.
So anyway,
damn it.
Mick's drinking the Big Ballard.
Ooh, wait. Oh, thank
Yes.
you, Jack.
In a
I'm not
PBR
drinking that.
glass, sacrilege there.
Nice.
Okay. Kind of is, yeah.
Good beer in a cheap ass glass.
Well,
I am
okay.
drinking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. I keep trying to forget
You
about
might
Jack.
look at the table and say, "Oh, does that say Crime City soda?" No, it says Crim City, CRIM. It's like Marcus spelt it, and it's Renegade root beer. So I
Right?
don't really know what that means, but I just thought the bottle was funny and
I
smells
thought that
pretty
you got
good.
it because it reminded you of me, and you're so fond of me that you just couldn't pass it up. That's what I read into that.
What?
Oh my gosh.
No, it's because you can't spell, and I like making fun of you.
Yeah, welcome to the show, people. This is how it's going to be
Welcome to
this
the
whole
show.
episode. So,
It's gonna get better from here.
yeah, right, just going to get better. So let's do our cheers and drink our beer.
Yes,
please.
because I'm thirsty.
Okay.
So,
To all the nerds,
Through all the
the
fuzz.
bottoms up.
Thumbs up.
Let's get
Nerdbuzzed.
Nerdbuzzed. So on point with that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Was I? Was it actually? Because it kind of cut out on my end.
well, that and the fact that there's a delay through Skype.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very tart and tangy with a very light body to it.
Yeah, like,
That's clear. But it's got a really almost bready malt flavor too.
Yeah, I
like
thought
that.
it's really super balanced. I've already had it
is.
before, so
It is, but no, it's very, 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 very bready type malt. I don't really want to say bread, biscuity malt
would
flavor.
that be yeasty?
No,
Is that
it's
some
a
of the
little bit of
yeast
yeast,
you're getting
but
in
not a little bit of the yeast, but that's more the malt. Like I said, what I used crystal malt that I just toasted in my oven to get a little bit darker
Yeah.
to get that flavor. But that gives you a heavier mouthfeel, and this doesn't have the heavier mouthfeel, the body and mouthfeel that would have. So
Jack is all about mouthfeels.
I know.
He's the expert mouthfeel.
Yeah, wait, what?
Let me put it in my
Let's just
mouth
put it this
and
way:
I'll
he
tell you
needs
what I think of
toothpaste
it.
afterwards.
Well, we're gonna keep drinking it
Definitely,
because
Yes.
it is super good, really well balanced. I actually just had the big Ballard, right? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Big
I
Ballard.
just had one the other day, and I think my only real complaint about it is because it is a big number beer, and is
it
it
has
Red
the alcohol
Hook?
flavor. Yeah,
Yeah, it definitely has. It kind of tastes like alcohol.
It has that, yeah. But I think the hops kind of cover it up with the bitter at the end of it. For me, anyways, because like there's a lot of different ones that are the high ABV that I've had that I can't even do.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really good, and it's like it's 7 something, even though it's only 7. It just the alcohol kills it.
It's like
But
vodka
this-
beer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
vodka.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that? Gross.
No, that sounds terrible.
It's disgusting. It's the worst in the world.
That's the only thing that can
It
quell the nightmares. Come every night.
vodka.
It's the favorite of the for the Russians.
Yeah, it makes the nightmares go to sleep.
Da. So
the
Jack-
immigrant Russians.
yeah.
Yes.
It's vodka and tequila mixed together. So
Maybe there's something going on. I don't know what happens over the border, Mick.
It's the land
okay?
bridge.
I don't either.
It's the land bridge.
Have they
From
closed
human
here to-
missile crisis. All
Weird
over
things
again.
happen at the
Anyway.
border. So Jack, do you want to enlighten us on your root beer at all? Does
I
it
was
taste like toothpaste? That's all I ever care about.
It does not. I don't know if it's pain that I'm feeling, or what.
That's what
It's
we're feeling.
it's just bad.
Right?
It's
Every
bad.
time he talks.
It tastes like it tastes like chemicals almost. And I literally looked up like how long does it take root beer to expire? Because I know I bought this like a while ago, but like
Now you're questioning? All right. Well, you keep drinking it. Let us know how you feel. Hopefully you won't be dead because we at least need you to finish this episode.
Yeah.
You can die
Thanks.
after that.
thanks
And
guys.
by the way,
yeah.
how do you like that new rig
Yeah.
you got, man?
I do like the new rig. If you, I guess you guys can't see. It's like this whole setup that Marcus made for me because I'm his favorite little boy. And it's how I have like
Well,
leg
that's just
room,
wrong.
and I have like
That's the wrong sentence.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like a huge
Bad.
box of all sorts of different audios, so I can just turn myself up really loud and turn everyone else down. That'd be the ideal situation for me, but I think I'll hold off on that till
Wow.
He has
till they
way
don't really
too much
notice.
power, and it goes.
I'm
right
sorry
to his
I
head.
brought it up.
Yeah.
I was.
I'm glad you did, though. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for reminding me of the power that I have. I
So
appreciate
before
that.
we get into too much more shenaniganery and all of our intense nerdiness,
That's good.
yeah, right. Say that 3 times fast.
Shenaniganery. Ah,
Way to go,
Whoa.
Mick. Way to go.
yes.
We always like to promote our favorite podcast, which of course is our own. So please follow us on Twitter, share, like it, tell all your friends, subscribe on YouTube. Please do that. We're so close to 100 subscribers. And then it won't be YouTube massive algorithm. It'll actually be YouTube/Nerdbuzzed. It'd be amazing. So please help us do that. And please give us all your comments and questions. We would love to chat with you either during or after the show. And I would now like to turn it over to Mick to promote our second favorite podcast.
Which is Stupid Mythic Forest, which we do the Pints and Pants podcast, as well as a couple other different shows. And we subscribe to these guys, so go ahead and do that as well. Give you guys a double shout out there. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say for that.
Nice.
I'm not like I'm working on a lot of stuff because we just went through the name change from Mystic to Mythic, so we're kind of like revamping. But yeah, go to YouTube and look up Stupid Mythic Forest, as well as on Twitter at the official SMF. That's where you get all your stuff.
Do it, people.
Do it.
They're my second favorite podcast, and that's saying a lot.
That was like the best a way to like make myself known out there, right? Like I just nailed that, right?
You did.
You
Spot
great.
on, dude.
Didn't stumble, just bam.
Almost Jack
was-
status.
It was the name change. The name change is what did it for you.
I should have expected that, but I haven't eaten today either, so.
Oh,
Should I-
awesome! This
The
is gonna
beer,
be so
yeah,
good.
the beer's gonna help. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Get all your protein that way. So
Carbohydrates, but yes.
don't fall asleep on us. Is all I have to say.
Oh, that's just true.
If you do doze off, just say Jack, and he'll say something, and you will wake right back up.
Oh, I say really interesting things all the time.
See,
So
just like that.
yeah, just like that.
Things of nightmares.
So first off, I feel because we're all PlayStation guys here, and I feel like we deserve to give a big nod to
shut it.
PlayStation because they've hit their over 500 million systems sold mark.
Nice.
Did you
Awesome.
do it, Jack? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I did
Thanks.
a lot. Sorry if anyone was
Wow.
listening to that. Could you hear that, Mick? I can't
That
hear
was
any of
awful.
them. I can't hear any of them.
Jack's like, I
But
hope
I'm
it
glad-
happened.
I can't hear any of those either.
Oh,
Um,
I was hoping you could. That'd
so
be awesome.
before that happened, when we read about this, we were wondering. I think it's actually 530 million, something like that.
Okay.
Is where they're actually at. They're actually over 500 million. You can't get the limited system anymore. I heard it's sold out. You can probably get it from somebody on like
It was
eBay
done.
for
Oh, yeah.
$1,000, right? Something like that. But we were wondering what it actually includes. Sales up, right?
Oh yeah. What was it? Was it total sales of? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's of all their systems, which is PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PSP, and Vita. It does not include VR.
What
I
about
didn't think it
PSX?
would VR because VR requires another system.
VR just surpassed, I think, 30
I got
million.
Oh, wow.
1 in 27 people have the VR.
Wow, you and
I'm
Jack have
one of
something
those
in common.
27.
Oh, we have the VR.
So,
VR.
one note, because we're all still learning here with the new equipment,
That's
Jack-
all right. You're throwing up some gang
Jack
signs.
could do us a solid and maybe throw the chat to the other side of the screen so we could see Mick.
What?
I'm just
That would be.
Then we
that would
don't-
be great, wouldn't it?
yeah. Then we don't have
There
to
we go.
see
Don't
Jack's
see me.
face either.
Or if
Like
you just
this?
bring it down. No, if you bring it down, because I mean,
Like
And now,
this?
a
now
little bit
more.
anyways.
Bring it more to the side. Oh my god! I hope people are watching the video.
Oh my god, this is awful. Anyway,
Anyway,
there we go. There we go.
big shout out.
Hey, look!
Wow,
hey, we're all there.
Make it smaller.
Oh, God.
we're learning. We can be taught. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! You seriously?
Okay.
I'm just messing with them. This is
So
fun.
anyway,
Anyway.
it does
I
not
have
include
the
VR,
power.
No, it doesn't include VR,
but
and
it
you
does
can-
include the handhelds.
It does include both handhelds.
Nice,
Yes, it
okay.
does.
What about PSX,
so all
though?
systems. I'm
That was
not-
like the big Japanese. That was a big Japanese thing.
I would assume so then.
Probably yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Wait, how many units is the PS4? Isn't it like over 100? Wait, so
No, the PS4 is 80 million something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
PS2 was like 150.
Oh, it's insane.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's like right below one of the Nintendo handhelds, I believe.
What about
is
the Wii?
At the top.
Wasn't the Wii like?
I don't.
It was a pretty big seller.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think that was 120.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up, Jack. Do something.
Good
God,
job.
put something in your mouth, dude. Like some taffy. um, next up on my nerd massive list here is I did want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Are you a Marvel movie fan, Mick?
Yes, I am, but I'm way behind because of my just bad working schedules and everything. I tried to watch the first Guardians like 3 times and fell asleep through it.
Oh my
What?
God.
Well, only because I was working.
Because he was drinking an IPA.
Seven.
Yeah, right.
Is that what it is?
So I was working from like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 9. I was mowing lawns and all that stupid stuff.
Only
and
2 hours? Come on.
Yes, yep. 2 hours. Well, and then I drink the rest of my day away. So
Yeah.
what else to do?
You got priorities, we understand. It is very
Jack's
like
also-
it's very like Star Wars, and you're
Yeah.
a Star Wars buff, right? So you should like it.
Oh yeah,
Did you-
I liked it. I just haven't finished it.
Okay.
I
well,
would personally say it's like Star Wars times 101.63 million,
Shut yourself.
which
shut your
just
face.
so happens to be the amount of Wii units sold. Like that segue there.
that was so clean, Jack.
That was very
You're
clever.
Getting so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Proud of that one, you guys.
Well,
I'll drink to
have you
that.
heard the drama around Guardians 3 with
I have not
with
actually.
Gunn?
That was one of the
James Gunn released horrible tweets like 9 years ago that involved like inappropriate sexual things with minors, which is
Oh.
never good. And so people ousted him for that, and it was in this big debate whether or not he was going to even be involved with Guardians 3, because I guess it was going to cost Disney, it was something absurd, like $10 million to can him, because they would then be breaking the contract, because all this happened before they signed their deal.
Yep.
So they were in talks, and it looked like they were going to work it out. So we were all stoked, and then now they've officially said he's not involved with it, but they will be using his script.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they are going to still have his script. The big question I have, I guess, for us here is, because Guardians, especially for me, Guardians 1, but Guardians 2 is also really good, because they are these like massive standout movies in the Marvel Universe, even by itself, right? Like, what do you guys think about somebody else doing the Guardians movie? Like, will it ever live up to the hype of the what if, basically?
I think it will always be a what if, no matter what it does.
Right? Yeah,
You
it's
know,
always going to have that air over
always.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made such a name for what he's done with the last two that he created. I mean, and they came out of nowhere. I mean, nobody saw these coming.
No.
Well, the first one anyway. And
That first one is one of my all-time favorite Marvel movies.
exactly. And like I said, and you owe it to him. I mean, you do. And yeah, with him to not be doing this, it might come in, and whoever does this is going to be held to such a high bar, and it doesn't matter. I mean, they can make a movie that's on par, as good, and it will never be as good because of
the what if,
yeah, exactly,
right? Yeah.
because it's not him, and so I mean, like they're going to have to like be way better than that, and how much are people not going to watch it now just because it's a different director?
I didn't really think about that.
because that's what
factor.
happened with the Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a
I
big
have
part of
friend
the
who
Solo.
just like boycotted it completely.
Yeah, and like
For
why?
Solo, like
It's
there's no reason for it.
really good movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Well,
good. It was
I
alright.
totally agree.
And that would be super unfortunate, I think.
And Jack's saying that just because I'm the one that said it's a good movie. By the way.
wouldn't say
So
it's
you all
really
know
good,
that
but
was
I-
his
So it cut out. What did he say?
exactly
yeah, right? Yeah.
No, really, it did.
Oh,
I'm glad. Maybe it was just like the Force.
no,
Exactly.
it was
Cutting
pretty
out
good.
his
I would
voice
say Solo was definitely. No, you didn't need to boycott that one.
it's good.
Way
Good.
better than.
Well,
the Last
and then
Jedi.
the repercussions of that boycott is now we don't get any more.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
is
Exactly.
stupid.
Yeah,
Yep.
Which is stupid. All the people are just so mad about whatever they were mad about. Like it was a good
Last
movie.
Jedi, I was mad about that one.
They, my friend was saying that there was somebody else who looked more like Solo. They could have used like that doesn't matter.
it doesn't.
'cause
It's the
as you guys
person.
are
Do
saying,
they
it's
make
right.
yeah?
It's the character. It's not the
And
actual actor.
he nailed the character.
Yeah.
and
right.
and
Totally.
one of the things that Jack was complaining about when we did our and this is nothing
One of
negative
the
against you,
things.
Jack. But one of the things that Jack was complaining about was the fact that he was always in the shadows. They never showed him up front, and it's like it was clearly done that way
It's fine.
as a
No, that was. I was just saying the whole movie was too dark. Like they just.
yeah.
I don't know.
But you did make a specific comment to how he was always done in the shadows, and like they were trying to do it as best they could to have it give you the
They
feeling.
should have
of
just done
Han.
CG Harrison
Well,
Ford face like they
no.
did. in
No,
the
dude, that's
second
just
That
ultra
would have been
disrespectful.
So stupid if they would have done that.
they
Yeah.
should have just done what
Yes.
they did with Jeff
Fast and
Bridges
Furious.
and Tron. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a horrible CG face.
Or
Oh my
Guardians, right?
Yeah.
Although I hear that was actually Guardians 2 was actually mostly makeup.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
For
like
Kurt Russell?
yeah, for Kurt Russell when
God. No,
he
that's
looks younger.
because Kurt Russell doesn't age. They had
That's
to put
what it is?
makeup on him to age. Yeah. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Oh, okay. When he's aged, he's wearing makeup.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks. You had something valid to offer. Nice job,
did.
dude. You're
You're
getting
welcome.
better.
Sweet.
So
That disgusting. root
I
beer
really
drink.
had never even considered the boycott part of it. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I never even once thought that people might do that. That would be horrible. I've always said, even with these like new Star Wars movies and how much people are so against them, when you're so against it that you ruin it for the generation that is into it, that might like these new ones, which then could turn them on to the old ones, and now you've got these fans of that old one that are now
They're
having your
always
back.
turned on.
It's like
They'll watch any Star Wars movie.
it's a really unfortunate thing when they do that.
I thought
It's,
that was
It
don't
really is.
rob them of that of enjoying it and maybe getting that original experience also.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that as well.
yeah,
That's-
it's really too bad.
Even if it's not up to our standards of like, oh well, like with the Last Jedi, they basically killed off all of Skywalker, the whole line.
Yeah.
Like, it's all done.
Except the
And-
one that died in real life.
Well, still, they
Yeah.
still killed off the whole thing.
Yeah.
So everybody who was a big fan of that was like, "Oh, well, why did they do that? They should have kept it going with the whole Skywalkers." But that's not what they wanted to do. They wanted to create this whole new universe for the new generation.
And you can't just keep using the same characters over and over because eventually that's going to become boring, even to the hardcore fans.
Another Skywalker.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
it's like-
especially
yeah.
if we stick with Star Wars in general, I think that the last two movies have so much of that classic Star Wars in them that if you like those and you don't like the original, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like they're so catered to the formula of that original trilogy, you will love that too. Go back and enjoy that also.
So the one thing that I didn't quite understand was the whole meme about Kylo having like the weird chest.
Oh my god!
Oh, he does
his
have a weird
is
chest.
so wide.
I didn't notice that.
When
When I
actually,
watched the movie, didn't even.
it's like a half and half thing. It was the first thing I saw, and then I talked to my friend about it. He's like, I didn't see it,
I bet
and then
didn't
we
even notice it.
we showed the meme to each other, and then he's like, Oh, I get it now.
It's like, oh, he's got no shirt on.
I did think it was
Well,
a
I
weird
think-
scene.
wide.
Just
That was kind of gross.
I did think it was weird that he just
did you
had the
notice
scene
after
without
you
a
saw
shirt.
that he started having the man bun?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's
This
been
was
doing
months
and he's been
after.
doing a lot of bench pressing and push-ups.
I mean, I
He's working
haven't-
on the Kylo
man.
chest. He's doing it right now.
I have a friend who has the Kylo chest, and I'm like, dude,
Is it your boyfriend?
No,
Okay.
Casey. This is an intervention.
Not that there's anything wrong with it if it is, Jack. It's
there's
fine.
too much. It's too much, dude. You have to work on like
It's
you
literally
know,
too much, dude.
your core, or you have to have a balance to it. You can't just have the Kylo chest. That's not gonna work. That's
Gotta have the
Come on.
Kylo lips.
That's right.
No,
You gotta have the
God.
whole package.
no.
So
So,
anyway, so what are your thoughts on the gun part and what's going on with it?
Yes.
I really think it's super unfortunate that he's not going to make it, right? I also agree that no matter how good it is, it's always going to be held to that standard of the what if. What if Gunn would have done it? So the other thing I thought was, what if it's way better? What if it's the best Guardians movie yet and Gunn didn't have anything to do with it? Like, that would be really weird
Well, it's
too,
his
right?
script, so
Well, I guess it'll be his script, but he wasn't there to orchestrate it or direct it. Who knows if this new director comes in and makes some changes on the fly?
You know
like,
they will.
right? Yeah.
That's
I
right.
can't see any director picking this up and being like, not. They're gonna have to put their own signature to it a little bit.
I would think so too, yeah. Like, just things happen while you're filming, right?
And like some of if you have a whole script of things, you can change lines like improvised easily. Like there's
Yeah. Oh,
people do
yeah.
that all the time, especially with Chris Pratt. I mean,
Yeah, like something will just happen on the set,
he'll just
right?
throw something out there.
Yeah.
Because that's him.
Yeah.
And something in the new movie might happen that would never have happened in the other ones, and like people will attribute that to the new director.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, it was his vision to do it this way, but it might not be.
Yes. I think it's either the best one ever or it will never be as good. Like, there's no
Yeah.
middle ground whatsoever.
So does
right?
that mean this is our last Guardians movie?
No way.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. You think? You think they'll, like, break up the team?
I think this might be the last Guardians movie, and then the rest of it all just be tied in with whatever the big thing that's going on.
Oh, maybe they're going to they have to do a serious transition. here.
Maybe.
Yes, for it.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe depending on how it is, they could like test the waters with this one. If it's not good, the Guardians are going to show up in the Avengers movies or whatever. If it is
Well, that's
good,
what I'm
they're
saying.
Gonna oh, okay.
They'll
yeah.
find another way to
Okay.
spin it or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying they'll become the cameo characters.
Yeah, like they'll be there because the fans like them, but they won't be in every movie. That makes sense.
And they might do like the whole Netflix thing and take a series.
Oh,
that
on
could
the
be-
on the Marvel.
Yeah,
Oh, that would
maybe.
be
They
that
could
would
do
get a
that.
lot of people on the Marvel thing. But then again, it's like a lot of those are big name actors. Like who plays Rocket Raccoon's? What's that guy's name?
Thanks for bringing it up.
Yep, that guy.
What?
But even then, there's still some big name actors in the other ones too, in the Defenders. There's a couple of them, but not like huge.
Oh, I guess that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
doctor
But
chick.
be-
yeah.
because of the
Who's not going to be in anymore?
publicity of
Yeah.
it, of all the Defenders and each of their standalone series. Like it could be something that's where it's going to now, instead
Yeah.
of just motion pictures.
That would be awesome. I'm really I'm not 100% sure on that. I know that they've stopped production on Guardians until they figure it out. Like it was supposed to already be going, and the release date is now very tentative. They're not sure, right? So they've stopped everything.
We'll just get Ben Affleck in. He'll direct it.
Right? That would be awesome, actually. I would be totally on board with that. I would love to see him come in and do something for Marvel behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't put the suit on, dude. Just do it from behind the scenes. But,
Right now in this scene.
yeah. He has to talk like that all the time, too, right? That's just his new voice.
There's just random like scenes of him just working out for like 10 minutes.
Off camera,
Yeah.
he's always trying to get the Kylo chest.
Yeah.
Right? Constantly. I think the Netflix is a beautiful segue. Thank you, Mick. Into the next thing I would like to talk about. Have you seen the Iron Fist Season 2 trailer? Have you watched
I
that?
have not, actually. I'm still
watching
catching
it
up
now.
Thanks for joining us on the show today, Mick, and
Yeah,
being
hey,
up on all the
you're welcome.
topics.
Yeah, you know, so much input.
Have you watched the Marvel Netflix series?
That's my next one.
Okay. So you are pretty behind the scene on the Marvel stuff.
A bit. Like I said, I have a kid too, so I mean that kind of puts a damper on it.
I know. Kids suck. You're totally right.
And he's got a crush
Well-
on Arrow.
Yeah. And you're into the CW Arrowverse? You watch that?
No.
Oh,
Good.
that's not-
I
I
just
used
started
to.
watching Flash.
oh yeah. Season,
gets
I
so
think,
much
1
worse.
through like 2?
Yeah,
2 or
1 and
3?
2 are
Season 1
pretty
and 2 are
good.
Flash
No,
pretty good.
3 is where it just like I couldn't
I-
anymore.
I more went to like the Powers, which was the Sony series,
Oh
yeah.
which they aren't going to make any more of, which I was pissed about.
I tried to
because that was
watch.
awesome.
I tried to watch Hardcore Henry, and it has that main guy from Powers.
Shalfo Copley.
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't watch that movie. That
is
movie
my-
is
that
so
one
bad.
of my favorite movies of all
Oh
time.
my god, that
the
movie
best.
sucks
That movie
so
is
bad.
so
I
good.
haven't seen it.
It's not good.
I saw the previews for it and said I
Why?
don't want to see this.
That movie gets a strong turd. on
Okay,
my
wait,
list.
wait.
It's so bad.
Are you asking me?
Okay, well, first of all,
Wait.
Mick.
You like it, Jack? So
First
Right?
of all, Mick,
Now that tells you there's something wrong with it, right there.
what form of gaming do I not like?
well, yeah, you don't like it.
Okay, thank you.
I usually
But
don't.
it's
I don't get
so
sick.
good.
It's
Oh my
but it's
God.
nothing. The whole movie is like this whole
It's
movie
just
of nothing.
fighting. It's just they're fighting, and it's
it's-
awesome.
That's not true. There's actually a thing behind it.
I mean, okay, there
It's
is
like
yeah.
you
There is
remember.
a plot.
It's basically like watching a beat down through the cop chest cam through the
The-
whole
No,
movie.
no, no.
Is what it
Okay,
is.
well, if
kind
Well,
of.
it's like Doom, you can play it and just kill demons, or you can think about the lore and you can read the backstory in the ACAN comic, which I have, by the way. Total hardcore Henry nerd.
I don't want to have to read a comic to appreciate.
Well, you don't
a movie.
have to read the comic.
The movie made me want to barf. There's a really awesome strip club scene
All right, Walter.
that didn't make me want to barf, and I usually don't get motion sick at things like
Wow, that was a real diss against Walter, by the way.
Wait,
No, it
wait a
wasn't.
minute,
I
because
was-
you're comparing
I
him
was
to
calling
me.
him
No,
Walter.
him.
Okay, yeah. Then yes, that's a super diss.
Love you, Walter. You're awesome.
Well, they did release a new trailer for Iron Fist 2. It actually comes out on the 7th, which is just
Yeah.
right around the corner. I had no idea.
Looks freaking amazing.
It does look super amazing. Iron Fist, to catch you up, Mick, Marvel has made all these Netflix series, which I'm kind of worried about with this whole Disney breaking away and all that. There's one of them that is the stinkiest turd of them all, and that is Iron Fist.
I'm the Immortal Iron Fist.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I very much have heard
It's
that.
so bad.
I'm almost there. Like that's my next one to watch. So I have to watch it just because. But I'm not that far behind.
It's so terrible. But I think he puts down the business card that where he just like promotes himself as the Iron Fist because that's what he does through the whole show. And he finally actually like nuts up and he's like a
Like,
real
I
fighter
am-
guy.
The Immortal
Because
Iron
he's
Fist.
like
Instead of,
a
I'm the Immortal Iron
like
Fist.
fancy boy asshole, right? Basically.
Yeah, he is the Immortal Iron Fist from Kunlun. Maybe you
Yeah.
have his business card.
He's not like any hero you've ever seen. He's like he's kind of annoying. He's not really a whiny
Right?
like rich
Oh,
guy.
the
he's
button
like
is
a
up
hobo.
there,
He's
unfortunately,
basically a hippie,
above
and he
him.
never wants to use his power. Skim through the trailer, immediately notice that the fist is out like the whole time.
Totally. And,
And
they
the
even
other
show
guy
the
has
like
the
retro
fist.
mask.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, that looks way better.
To be fair, is used in Kung Lung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like I love
The
that.
Immortal Iron
Yeah, but
Fist
it's
from
not-
Kunlun?
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
that's
But when he's
that's-
wearing the mask is when he's in Kung Lun, not here.
It's Kunlun?
Yeah, but he
Immortal
might
Iron
break
Fist?
it out again by the end.
That'd be
Who
kinda
knows?
cool. That would be
sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
Have you watched Luke Cage, Mick?
Yeah, I watched some of it. That's what I'm working on right now.
Okay. Well, season 2 of Luke Cage, the best part of that whole season is the one episode that Iron Fist is in. It's so campy. It's so terrible. It's hands down my favorite episode of the whole season.
I really like season
Awesome.
2 of Iron Fist or Luke Cage.
They
though.
made a season 2.
Really?
I hate the way they ended it, but I did like it.
I'm
didn't
torn.
see that one.
For me, the Iron Fist episode was as good as when Luke Cage came out wearing the like cheesy yellow shirt and like looked in the car window to see the reflection of that like classic '80s outfit.
Yeah,
of his.
when he broke out of prison and then stole
right?
and went through the costumery or whatever and
Yeah.
just put on whatever the first thing he grabbed was.
Yeah, like in that moment, when I totally giggled and chuckled. It was awesome.
He's got the Power Man suit on.
Yes,
Nice.
that whole episode with Iron Fist in Luke Cage season 2, I did that.
Had
And I was
that
just
feel,
like,
yeah.
this is Heroes for
Heroes
Hire.
for Hire, yeah.
I want that so bad. Bad news: Iron Fist 2, no Luke Cage.
What?
Right?
Well, that just might mean they might do the Heroes for Hire thing as a side thing,
Maybe.
Which is
or we
possible.
might not get after this. We might not get a Luke Cage season 3 and a Iron Fist season 3. They might just do Heroes for Hire for
That's what I want.
the next thing, and then so
Do that. Do that,
That
Marvel.
kind of makes sense because they did Daredevil and Jessica Jones 2 seasons, and then Defenders, and
Yeah.
also with the Luke Cage. But then, so maybe that's what they're doing, is doing 2 seasons and then like a spin-off.
Yeah, and how awesome is it that
so it looked like it just like slammed you in the face, right in the neck.
and how awesome is it that they're shooting Punisher right now?
I'm happy.
I am so happy for that.
You've seen that one, right?
I like yes.
Dude,
Punisher has to be actually my favorite. I really like. I hate that actor.
Season 2 of Daredevil was
That's hands down my favorite.
Yeah,
Season
I
2
was.
Daredevil.
I watched the new Spider-Man the other day. Really good, but I was laughing at it because
He
I was
didn't
like,
just watch it; he really did watch it.
Yeah.
I was laughing at it because I was thinking, this is in the same universe as where 2 guys fight in a carousel, and one of them gets his face smashed into a glass window and drugged down, and then stabbed a bunch, and then like left to like not die but live in pain. And I'm like, what? How are these? How
that's
can these
Punisher.
2
He
things?
said Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no.
but they're
But
both
he-
in the
if it
same.
was
They're
the
both in the
same-
Hey,
Marvel
Jack,
universe.
I want to
yeah,
correct you
okay.
on that. It's not just the same universe; it's the same city.
Yeah, that's true.
Two
Yeah.
blocks down the
Spider-Man.
road,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
guy's getting his face smashed
Really
in.
just like I ain't even gonna know.
While he's like, "I'll save the vulture."
Go back to the
Punisher's
side
like,
of the bridge, boy.
Jeremiah, do the thing.
He is the sound effect master.
Do the Punisher noise.
No,
You can't
do
do
it.
it on request. It'll
Come
come
on.
up randomly throughout the show.
that is what he does.
Yeah.
Over
Do
and
the
over and
thing.
over and
You
over
do
again.
it so good.
Anyway, the point is Iron Fist Season 2 is coming out the 7th of September. I'm actually really excited for it. If you watch the trailer,
Yes.
it looks really, really good. But let's be fair, compared to Season 1, it doesn't have to do that much to be
Compared
better.
to Defenders, it
There
doesn't
was
do
more
well.
Iron Fist punching in the trailer than there was in the
Yeah.
entire season 1. That might
Yes.
actually
Oh,
be
yeah.
like legitimate.
Oh, this trailer was way better than Season 1.
So much punching,
Yeah.
so much fist action.
Yes.
Fist.
Yes.
And he finally makes out with the hot
Jack, stop saying
Yes, I know,
fists.
right?
dragon of the daughter,
Come
right?
on.
Dude, I just want to see him fist, okay?
Daughter of
Is
the
that- is
Dragon,
that
but
too
yeah.
much to
Yeah,
ask?
It's not gonna work. Nope.
So if we stay in the realm of Netflix, right? Trying to segue
Yes.
here.
Yes, sir.
You are a fan of PlayStation and video games. Have you played The
Yes.
Witcher?
Of course I have.
Yes.
Put your phone down and get on
The
the cast.
Witcher 1, 2, 3.
I'm-
Are you
hey, I'm
like balls
checking-
out for Witcher?
I'm checking the hashtag. I'm listening and checking the hashtag. So
You got a
Oh.
green phone.
I have a green back.
It's a portal.
It is.
I can see through your soul. There's not much there.
No, right? I'll keep it on here. So yes, I'm a fan of The Witcher.
Have you played Witcher 3?
Yes, I have been playing it, and it's amazing.
It is a phenomenal game. I think
It's-
it's for me. It's up there as far as the
It legitimately won
must-haves.
Game of Year.
Yes.
It is one of those games though that I have to go and I have to pick up every single little
Yeah,
flower.
and that's the thing
Cannot
I played
have
about
to.
20 hours of it, and 19 hours was spent playing Gwent and getting really good at it, and then I was like, I can't play that. This is too much. Like, this is good, but it's
why
too
would
much.
you do that?
I
You
look
play a
Gwent.
couple games and then
Do you really have to
get
ask
bored
Mick?
with the story, then you play Gwent.
Yeah,
That's how,
that's the problem for me with Witcher is it's the game that never ends. There's constantly side quests. You can't clear the map.
not really.
I think I cleared it one time, and then the instant I finished that mission, there was like 8 more on the map.
Nice.
So I was like, yes, I finally... Oh, screw you, Witcher.
Yep.
But did you hear that Netflix is making a Witcher series?
I did, and I've seen the trailer for that, and I'm actually very excited for that.
Oh, there's a trailer of it.
Yeah, it's already
Yes,
reserved
Mac.
on there.
Yes.
You can go to Netflix. It's the thing I'm super stoked about. This is actually part of the Iron Fist thing too. Is that The Witcher's only 8 episodes. Iron Fist is only 10. They're moving away from this like super long, drawn out story
That was
they
the
keep
one thing that
forcing.
Luke Cage had like 13 episodes. It didn't need.
No,
They're going like the British way.
I'm
Yeah,
totally cool with it.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
TV is like that.
Yeah,
Which
and
is fine.
That's
don't
also
give me-
how they pack 4 seasons into 1 year.
Right.
Yeah. Don't give me a million episodes. I don't really need it. Just put in there what's good, and I don't need a bunch of Bulma episodes. Right? That's what I always
could
think.
have a couple. Could have a couple.
Maybe.
Game
Speaking
of Thrones always did that. They had their amazing episode, and then they had just the bullcrap one at the very end for the season finale.
Yeah, don't get me started on Game of Thrones.
I was saying,
Oh, it started.
Keeping on track, actually.
Yes, as
Part of the script got leaked online on like Reddit somewhere, and a bunch of people got really mad. I don't know if you guys read it. And
Oh my
everyone,
god, people on the internet got mad.
Well, because they were saying,
On
"Oh, this
Reddit,
isn't proper
yes.
characterization of Geralt. This isn't proper characterization of I think the white-haired chick." I don't remember too much.
I'd actually heard that was just like rehearsal
Yep.
notes. They weren't actually.
And it was like this big
going
drama
to
for
be
a while,
used.
and it was like that was literally just the casting things. Like, this is what we tell people to say when we cast them for the roles. It's like not the actual dialogue.
From the trailer, I think the actor that's doing it, I actually like him. He's pretty good in like
Oh,
that.
I can pull off the. Everyone says I look like Geralt because I have I have these. Well, sometimes
Nobody
comes
says
down-
that. Nobody
I have
says
heard that,
that.
like,
I've not met a
time.
single
Ever.
person that said that.
I've never said that.
I can't
Nobody
do the
that
voice,
matters has ever said that.
though. I'm looking for a girl.
And I went into freaking
gross.
Sahara Pizza the other day,
Yeah.
and I asked him, so give Jack crap. It's like, who?
Who said that?
Did you say the guy that looks just like Geralt, and then they go, who?
No, I didn't say Geralt.
Wait, was it like like a short guy? That might have been one of my bosses.
I don't remember who, but I was like, hey, give Jack crap for me. And he's like, who? And I was like,
That's
that's freaking
impossible.
awesome.
Like,
That is like the
That
best
needs to be
boss ever. Thank
impossible.
you so much.
You should have said, just that guy.
There's okay. I know exactly. Did you go in the morning?
No, actually.
There's no way. There's no way that happened.
It did.
There's no way that happened.
It did. It absolutely did.
You're
Now
that-
you know where you stand.
God.
It's not just us, Jack.
It could have been the new guy. There's a new guy that worked there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys are mean. My work loves me. I
not
can
even
make
there.
pizzas now because my transmission is destroyed, so I don't really have a choice.
Listen it, man.
I think if we segue back to Witcher, the
Yes.
one question I have about it is, could it be the first like live action translation of a video game?
That's
The first good one. Like that's like the
I mean, it could be, depending on how they do it, because it's a big world, and there's so many things that are going along with it, and you can't get the character perfectly unless you use actually the person who did the voice acting, but that they don't always look like that. I think this one actually could be one of the first ones that actually does do good.
I'm really curious to see. I'm very optimistic about it. Also, I do want to give a shout out to Dad. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Dad?
It's fine that you're late. We were also late.
Yeah.
And Borderlands the pre-sequel is great.
It's
So
it's
go
okay.
for it.
Welcome
Hey,
to Nerdbuzzed episode
We should all
pre-sequel.
play. We should all play with that. I mean, if he plays Borderlands, we should do it.
Yeah, but he plays on his ex-girlfriend.
What?
His Xbox.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Takes me a minute.
Best part about Borderlands pre-sequel, I can play as Jack with
Yeah.
and
That's just what Jack needs.
one of the crowns, or you can get a mask and it's just a crown, and that's like, I don't know if you know, Mick, but that's like my thing. It's how I sign everything is with a crown because I'm
Crown.
the king.
He's your baller.
Okay,
He is
yeah.
baller.
Make him go away.
Yeah. Make yourself go away now.
I'm pouring my drink. Give me a second.
Oh my god. He's going to be so
Pouring
fired.
that awesome root beer.
I did.
This is a Saranac root beer from
I think that,
1888,
yeah.
bottled and aged.
Oh, he actually went to another one.
Yes.
Well, what did you think of your Cyberpunk root beer?
3.
It's 3?
It was terrible.
Hey,
I love that he drank the whole thing and choked it down, though.
Well, yeah, it's called commitment.
Wow, I'm glad that you can commit to something. I've been fooled.
This is
It smells super yeasty.
Does it?
Yes.
So with Jack's
Oh,
head
it's so
being right there, I was
That's
wondering what
bland.
you were sniffing there for a second. I was like, what the hell?
Jack smells
that?
yeasty too, though. It's terrible in here. I guess it maybe smells a little yeasty. It doesn't smell bad though.
No, it doesn't smell bad at all. I like a yeast heavy music.
I praise you for playing all the Borderlands. They're amazing games. My favorite.
They're very good. I like Borderlands 2. Some of the DLCs for Borderlands 2 I didn't really like that much, especially
like Tiny Tina, the best character in the whole series.
Shut up, Nick.
that was my favorite. I actually
what
really
I
liked that
played.
DLC. That DLC
The
was
Tiny
really
Tina,
creative.
the one with
I
the
love Tiny
explosive
Tina.
stuff. Oh my
Oh.
god, she sucks.
The Torg one was
So
good. The pirate one was good. The hunting one I didn't like at all.
Mm.
Everything was too
Right.
I don't know, something about yeah.
I play Borderlands 2.
Yeah, none of the DLC. Although you might have
that's-
just unknowingly played part of the DLC because
Maybe.
it's just already all included.
It's just
Yeah.
kinda like,
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can just fast
possibly.
travel to all the places.
we all have the Handsome Jack collection, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shall play
Yeah,
it.
and we're gonna do that. That's something we planned on.
Yeah, well, and we talked about
Like,
this, and you were
years
going
ago.
to start a new account or new character play it, so we could all just
Oh
start
yeah,
out from the beginning.
I'm totally down for
And
This will be the 9th character I've started over in Borderlands 2.
yeah, and
it. I've been playing Skyrim.
Okay.
well, I was say,
I've
and,
never been able
and
to
Ul-
summon
Ultra
the,
over here
the
says
bug.
he goes, yeah, I was just playing with Mick. He was level whatever, and I couldn't do anything.
Oh, well, that was because me and Asher were playing, and he was just meat shield.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that time when I was playing with you?
yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I
Yeah,
don't want to do
you were
that
just
then.
Operation Meat Shield. All right. course
Yeah.
correct.
Well, and then we played one guy that was tougher, and Asher was like, wait a minute, I died once. Let me change guys. And I was like, screw you, dude. I've died 30 times. Come on.
Yeah, but
It's like, no, you're great at it. Keep just dying. I'm going to get another guy so he'd never die again. I was like, I hate you guys. And then we never played again. That's what happened.
Well,
Yeah.
So now, it's set now. We're gonna play.
with me too.
Yes.
Great.
I don't know. I don't see any you online ever. Cause
No,
I
he's
can see it.
online, but he won't play with
Well,
his dad
I
or
have not
us.
Oh my
got
God.
a friend request or
I
don't
won't-
even know your username.
Count
Nothing.
yourself lucky, Mick.
I'll give it to you after the cast. Actually, if everyone wants, my username is Chodley. Spelled how? Yeah,
Wow.
It's his dad's old
that's
name.
my
Yes.
dad's name.
Totally.
Yeah, he inherited
Oh,
that from
why
his
did he give that
father.
away? That was a perfect name for him.
Because
I have all the platinums on the account.
because his dad rocks and bought another PlayStation so that he could play Monster Hunter with his son is basically why he bought this.
He.
And he had to
Yep.
create a whole new user account because you can't just share systems.
No, he could have just made Jack start a new account.
Yes, he could have, but his dad is a dude and totally threw him this solid and gave it to him.
I have 22
Come on.
platinums on that account.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
All you need to do is say, "Yeah, my dad rocks." That's it. That's all
He
that
rocks.
you can say.
I'm just gonna.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yours.
show you up. Nick.
Oh my
Are
god.
you one of those 1.6% of people who have platinum Battlefield? Nope.
Wow, somebody's
Wow.
got
Bam.
trophy envy.
Wow. All
Hey,
right.
I don't care. I only have 3, but they're super
Oh,
rare.
3.
So.
I have one platinum trophy, and it's in the one the second oldest or 2 generations ago Need for Speed.
Oh, nice.
Is what it is.
I
Yeah.
thought you platinumed
Tiny tracks.
Arkham.
No.
So
So
I
I've
just
got.
beat the game.
I'm really.
Nope. I refuse to beat it because that game sucks and it's full of glitches. So I will
Yeah.
not finish beating it. No, I don't even care about the platinum.
So I'm close to platinuming. What was it? Rebel Galaxy.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I just have to go the pirate path, and I can get that.
Sweet.
And I'm close to platinuming Persona.
Wow, that's a big platinum, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You have to
So-
play it how many times now?
I have to play it a third time because I missed something, and I have to go 2 months into the game now to get it.
And
So
then
it's
you can stop though.
I can stop after that, but it's just man,
Yeah.
it's
that one
so much
achievement.
much cutscenes and work to get through to that.
The only reason I got the platinum in Need for Speed was because I was scrolling through my trophy list just to see when they announced that you could actually get PlayStation money for it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, how close am I on all these platinums? And Need for Speed was 99%, and I looked, and it was like all you had to do was either make a car 100% for drift or 100% for race. So all I had to do was pull it in my garage and slide all the bars either all the way to the right or all the way to the left, and I got a platinum. And I was like, really? And I didn't even try. It was like, okay, I'll get that platinum.
Way to get a platinum.
Right?
I platinumed. The first game I platinumed was Borderlands 1, which is kind of funny because we're talking about it.
Love that
Then
game.
it was Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time, and then just a bunch of other. I have 21 platinums. But moving on from my success, Dad did ask, any Midnight Club players? That's a racing game, right?
I used to play Midnight Club. Yeah,
I did.
That was one of the good racing games at the beginning. Like
Played
PS2,
the crap
man.
out
I
of
was
it.
like, oh gee.
Yeah, that was like a
I
launch
have
title
actually
for PS2.
never played
Yeah.
Midnight Club.
Sounds familiar. To
I
me.
kind of
It's
lost
good.
interest when they called theirs the dub edition. You'd think that might entice me,
That
right?
kind of sucked.
Yeah, I wasn't into it. But the first one was very groundbreaking. It was one of the first games you could put subs in the back of your car, and it didn't matter, not at all. Really, if
Okay.
anything, you should make your car slower, right? But you could put subs in the back and like lights and like race your car through the city. But it was loads of fun on PS2. Was it a launch title?
I
Ha
think so.
His favorite one, dub edition.
Oh,
PlayStation
nice.
2.
Way to go, Dad. I love that
it was
me
a
and
good game,
Dad.
though. It was good.
Dad, you're my favorite fan. You totally are. I love you. But I love that we have such polar opposite opinions on games. Right? Like, I don't like For Honor at all. It's not my favorite game, but Dad loves it. Same
I've
thing
played that
with,
one yet.
with Dub Edition. But I still love you, Dad. You're still my favorite fan. You're
Are
going to
you
get a
asking
zip-up
if-
hoodie.
If Midnight Club 1 or 2 is a launch game on PS2.
I think the first one.
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Midnight Club.
Yeah.
Came out with, like, Brawl-
ATV Off-Road Fury was the
Yeah,
launch game with
ATV Off-Road Fury,
One of the
Midnight
Hitmen.
Club.
Oh, dude. So many
Smuggler's
hours in that
Run was
Yeah.
another
Off-Road
one. What was another one?
Oh, was this the game? That,
Brawler, I think, was another one that came out for it.
that Bouncer game.
Bouncer, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of, not Brawler.
Yeah, Bouncer. Yeah.
There were some good classics.
Yeah.
Y'all remember
Thanks,
Def
Dad.
Jam Fights for New York?
What?
No,
Uh-uh.
Oh,
that sounds
dude.
horrible.
That one was amazing.
You say
It had all
Def
these
Jam?
rappers, and it was a brawler game. But you had like Snoop was like a pimp, and he was like in charge of all these guys.
This is on
and you-
PS2?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
What was the title of it
was
again?
fun.
that's going on my
I'm watching
Amazon
Def-
list.
Video.
Def Jam's Fight for New York.
That is on my list.
Was that Rockstar
Oh
Brawler?
my God! This is Snoop.
No.
Dogg.
No.
No,
Okay.
Def Jam Records
Wasn't
with like
Rockstar.
Snoop and...
Yeah,
I'm
it
getting
was-
that game now.
I'm gonna do Jack's job, and I'm gonna look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. I've showed Jeremiah. A little
He's
bit of
in his
Snoop
own
Dogg.
little corner over there
Oh,
watching
okay.
videos,
He's. Oh, this is.
and he
this is
needs to
awful.
change his pants. He's having that good of a time
You
with
see
it. So, that tells you.
Dad, I guess Dad played it.
Google the images.
Oh, dude,
Was it good, Dad?
I
Oh,
liked
it's
it.
totally
It was
it's
one of
whatever
my
the
favorite ones.
Tekken.
No, but it's like 3D. Like
No, I know, but it's
Tekken looking.
it's the Tekken
man.
system. It's the way the style plays.
Oh.
Yeah.
This thing has a 97%
That's right.
like
Tekken
too.
does do that.
4.7
I
out
need
of
to
5.
get it now, and the soundtrack's got to be
Oh,
super
it's-
dope
Oh, it's great.
for Shizzle, right? Totally,
Oh, fascism and nizzle fizzle.
right?
One of the best parts. You beat up somebody in Snoop's crew when he comes out and like, man, magic all messed up.
I am really stoked for this. Does he have like a scene? Does he like come
God.
into
Special
the
moves
fighting
are called
ring?
blazing.
Does he cut in with like a
Nice.
big cloud of smoke or anything?
No, he's got like the big old pimp hat.
Wow, I'm sold. You sold this already.
Dude, if he
It's
can
such a good
smack somebody
game.
down with a cane, that'd be hilarious.
And you own it. Can you? You probably can't fight online though. That's PS2 era.
No, it's PS2. I mean, we might be able to find a PC port, but let's
I
just
like. Dad says the special moves were called blazons.
mm-hmm.
I,
Yep.
don't,
Yep.
I do not approve.
Mick
of that.
is on
Oh,
board
yes.
with it. Yes.
Freaking playing as a Bubba Sparks. Big old guy running. I love that. That was awesome.
That's pretty
Such a
hilarious.
good game.
It's totally on my list now. I'm going to get that game.
So with the DLC for that game,
Maybe
Roy
LAN
Nelson-
party.
Ooh,
Nice.
LAN, that might work.
That means we have to get together.
Yeah,
Oh, we're going to.
yeah. Well, we got.
Yeah,
Well,
we keep
between,
hearing this empty
between me and
promise.
this, we've got 3 TVs.
Yes. We can make it work.
Yeah.
We'll set them on the round
I
table in
I
the
also
living
have
room.
a,
Oh, hell yeah.
games
And we'll
case,
all be across
so-
from each other. It's going to be sick, dude.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'm stoked.
I
I'm
drink
really
too
excited.
much.
Let's just
Yeah,
shut
it's-
end the cast. We're going to shut it down right now. Mick, get in your car. Let's do this.
4 hours from now, log back.
Yeah.
God, you're
What
so
time is
loud,
it?
Mark.
Oh yeah. It'd be 4
yeah,
hours
it'll
now.
be fine. I don't have to
Well,
work
it'll be
tomorrow,
four, it'll be
so
three.
it's going to be
Yeah,
great.
that's right.
Threes, it's not bad.
Man, I was trying to see if I had anything else on my notes here.
Henry Cavill wants to play Geralt. No,
He did want to play
did
it, but
wanna play it.
obviously, if there's a trailer, I
Yeah.
haven't watched this trailer yet, so he's not in it, right?
How have you guys not watched the trailer? It came out a long time ago.
Right? This is like, come on.
What is it?
I could give you so
well,
much
I can't
crap
find,
about Marvel,
I looked
man.
it up on YouTube
Well,
and it's
I know,
not
but
there.
still, like it's Witcher. Like it's one of those things. Like it came up and like, oh yeah, they're making a Witcher series, and
Well,
instantly they had a trailer.
the trailer
I can't-
isn't on.
I can't blame you, you're
It's
right.
not on YouTube.
I think maybe he watched like a fan-made
yeah,
trailer. Is he full of crap?
Yeah, because there's one that's like Mads Mikkelsen or whatever, and it's fan made.
Yeah, I think he's
Dude,
full of
if
crap.
you make it, we will find a room for you, even, man.
Well, the good thing about the Witcher show is that Daredevil and let's not even mention that they also did the Defenders, but the writer Lauren Schmidt
Go ahead, keep talking.
is involved with it, so she's gonna write it, right?
Oh,
the
nice,
Daredevil
okay.
writer, and the author of the original Polish, I believe it is, Polish novel series, is also in to oversee production and just make sure that it's kind of true to
hopefully
the original.
he will get more
novel.
money than what he got from the games because he I think he didn't do like a percentage cut. He did like just like a small cash sum.
I've heard that that's what Netflix does. Is Netflix?
Oh well, because I mean he got kind of screwed out of like a lot of the money from The Witcher, from like the games.
Oh, I bet.
Because he didn't really expect them to be like that big. He's like, whatever. Just some
Well, and
video
I
games."
recently I was reading this thing about how Netflix actually acquires all these new shows, and what they do is they basically put up all the money for the show, and they get people in to do it all, which means they own all of it outright. So, like any show that you see on TV that has big name actors, or they hit that point where they're all making $1 million per episode, right? Like they get royalties forever that are like in the millions of dollars a year still for life after that, where Netflix owns it outright, so they just collect all the royalties for everything. So even if the show just goes nutso and makes just absurd amount of millions of dollars, Netflix just gets to keep raking that in because they retain all the rights to everything, but they also fund everything. So it's like this, how long do you want to milk it type thing. Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Interesting.
That's probably also why they can keep all the numbers in-house, right? Because you never hear any of those numbers.
Oh, right, exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's because they just own it all and they don't want to release it.
That makes sense. Are they
But-
are they a publicly traded company, or are they a private company?
I don't know, Jack.
Wait, what?
Look it up.
Publicly, what?
Can you buy
Is-
buy Netflix stock?
Yes, no, and it's actually recession proof. In my economics class, it's like we were talking about how that's like one of the best companies to like that. It was like one of the only companies that was like really smart to invest in during like the housing crisis because I mean it's an entertainment commodity, which means like that's always going to be booming, especially in times of like crises, even the economic crises, and it just does so well that like, yeah. So yeah, you can, but it's like I'm sure it's really expensive now. I don't really know how it works, but
But it's smart.
Awesome. So it's
Yeah.
public. Cool.
I'm saying
So
you
if
should
it's
have
public,
invested.
then it should
Yeah,
be.
You should have already done this.
Yeah.
So I said those kind of numbers.
it's
and stuff.
for
That's why
Bitcoin,
I
dude.
wish I would have bought Rooster Teeth stock like way back when.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
They're so big now.
I do want to give a shout out once again to Dad and say, yes, if you make it up from Texas, you can. I got an extra room. You can crash. Be part
Jeremiah
of the LAN party.
said Jeremiah talked about that
Oh,
like
did you
10
already
minutes
do it?
ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
We're
we'll
past that,
we'll find
Marcus.
a room for him even. I said
Oh, I thought you were talking to Mick. You didn't say Dad. You didn't
no, I didn't
specify.
say
Oh
dad
my God.
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
well, you
'cause,
could see
hey,
my
I
confusion.
just,
It's 'cause,
I just,
look, I was
stretch a
paying
tarp
attention,
over my
Marcus.
bike. I'm good.
Clearly, I can
was
see your
paying
confusion. I'm
Um,
sitting right next to you.
All right, never mind.
Have you guys
Yeah.
watched Enchantment yet?
I'm staying with you, Marcus.
Disenchantment.
Disenchantment, whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
Enchantment's
So-
a
See,
different
Mick
one.
was on the same
Yeah,
page.
you too,
didn't know
you
yet.
too, Mick. We'll find a room for you as well. I think we've got a
It'll be
dumpster
right
out
next
back.
to Jack's.
My brother only lives like right down Seattle, so
Because that's close.
I guess
It
it is
is.
from 4
It's
hours.
not bad.
It's the worst
Well-
drive of your 4 hours. Trust me.
let's see.
That's two of your 4 hours right there.
How far is Edmonds from you?
Edmonds is about 45 minutes to an hour.
To
About the same
2
then.
hours. Depends on what time of day.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
dude. If you hit it
If
during
I
the,
leave from your house, it's gonna be like past midnight.
if you hit it from
Yes.
the freaking Boeing rush, yeah, it's gonna take you 2.5 hours to get here.
But he doesn't have to leave. Have you seen Mega Couch? It's like the coziest couch in the world, and it takes up like 2/3 of my living room. You can
Nice.
totally
It's
crash
Pretty
on
good.
Mega Couch.
Wait, Marcus, have you seen our Mega
Sweet.
Couch? almost even more comfy, and it also like completely doubles
Wow,
as a
right?
I think it's a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He is just into cutting off balls.
Yeah. Snip. I don't really have
He likes them
to.
balls.
hey,
I don't really have to work to cut yours off. They're
Hey,
kinda,
Jack,
like,
I got a
dangling
question.
Anyways, yeah.
how much did you pay for Mega Couch?
Oh, I didn't pay anything for it.
There you go.
Just like that PlayStation and all those trophies.
I know. I bought. That's my
Oh, you
PS4
bought all
that
your
I bought. Yeah. Oh my god. No, I bought my PS4. I buy all my games and stuff. You know, I'm a responsible kid.
So responsible. Get a haircut. So
I'm gonna donate it to people
we
with
were-
cancer. Maybe feel good about myself for once. Not like you guys are gonna help with that.
Oh, we're definitely not going to help with that.
No. Have
Drink
you
that one off.
have you watched? Are you like a Simpsons or Futurama fan?
Oh yes. Yep. I have actually watched 3 or 4 episodes of Disenchantment.
What did you think right out of the gate?
It's okay. It's not as funny as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's kind of I mean, seeing like what I'm writing, it's kind of like a Simpsons did at first for Tinker and Elf, which kind of sucks. Like hits me a little bit, but it's not the same. It's not like it's not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a lot funnier.
Did you think it's more Simpsons or Futurama?
It's kind of like a weird, like a middle spot. Like not like a good middle ground. It's like just on the outskirts of that.
Yeah.
Like they're not sure what they're doing.
Yeah. And I can't figure out Bean, the main character. Like, is she Leela or Fry? Right? Like, it's this weird. Like, she's an idiot, like Fry, but at the same time, she's like this go-getter, like Leela. It's like I can't figure it out.
Why can't they be both?
She's
Marcus.
she's like I don't know. She wants to go out and do those things and like be proficient and like she does her sword fighting and gambling and all that crap, but she doesn't see like the fault in her ways. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know. And Fry was more just oblivious.
Yeah. To everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a weird spot.
Well, and I've wondered if, because I haven't made it all the way to the end, but spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't know. But I've heard that in the last episode, there's this like crystal ball scene where you see a bunch of these flashes through time, and one of those flashes is the episode of Futurama where they're in the professor's time machine, and they see Fry and Bender and the professor in the time machine in a real quick flashby. So I've
really?
wondered like how much it could be in the same universe, because even the king is like he has the voice of Scruffy from Futurama.
Okay.
And he has like red hair, so he could be like this descendant of Fry in some way, right?
It
like
could
they
just be a
be
joke.
a
Like
dark
it doesn't
matter.
all need
Yeah.
to be.
I mean,
Connected
it's kind
in-
of a jump, but they could do that.
like I wouldn't be surprised. But
just
that's
be a
what
meme or
Futurama
whatever.
is all about, right? Is about that the continuity within the universe that it exists in. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to add some of that in there somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like episode 5, and I like it so much more than when I first started. Maybe I'm on episode 6. It really
Okay.
gets a lot better as it goes on. The characters quit trying so hard to be distinctly different from each
I mean,
other.
Well, see,
Like,
I
it
kind
just
of
blends.
I love
I
Elfa.
thought that
Elfa's
about-
great.
I thought that about Futurama when I first started watching Futurama. When it first came out.
Yeah.
And then when we went back and did our show where we went back and watched it again, it was so different going back to watch it again. It was like, okay, they're established characters. I know what the story is. I know what's going on. They've had so many flashbacks to this stuff that's going on. I get it.
Yeah.
And it was so much easier to watch. But the first time watching it, the first few episodes of Futurama was hard for me.
I even think
Yeah.
going back, I thought the same thing. I was like, why did I like this so much? And it's not until like the last 3 episodes of that first season of Futurama where it's like, now they're
Yeah.
getting in their stride. I get it. And it's all making sense. And I think Disenchantment kind of does that too.
I think
It
that's the
starts
thing
to-
with a lot of
it
shows.
starts to flow better.
Like that's the same with Always Sunny. The first season's like, but then at the end,
Oh
you're
my
like,
god,
oh.
the first season
what?
of Always
mean-
Sunny is the best. And the way they end it,
Always Sunny is amazing.
I still think
Every bit.
I just well,
I still
just
think the
mean,
first
like,
season is the best season.
it doesn't really find its stride until like Frank comes in.
no,
Like, that's when
No.
no,
Because I didn't like it when Frank first came in.
Charlie, man,
I was like,
Charlie
wow.
Kelly is the best.
Well, no,
He's
I
my
just
spirit
just
animal.
mean that like compared to the newer stuff, it didn't really know what it wanted to be yet, or like how extreme it wanted to go.
Oh no, they knew.
Well, I'm sorry.
They
I'm just
knew.
trying to make a good point. I
No.
thought it was a good point.
No,
I'm
they're
gonna
not
give
good points
myself
at
a
all.
pat on the back.
I think they
You're-
illustrated how far they want to go with the end of the very first season.
Yeah.
How did the first
They're,
season end?
and that's coming back next month, actually.
Yeah, I'm
New
stoked
season.
on that. I was
I'm
worried
so
it might
excited.
not come back because of everybody doing their side projects that they got going
Yeah.
on. I was a little worried it might not
Mac
happen.
is working with Rooster Teeth now.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, they're working on a horror comedy.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. God
Oh, yeah.
damn it.
Nice.
It's
Just make Always Sunny forever.
Charlie Day, though, I mean, is my favorite character. I love
as
him.
long as he's on Always Sunny.
I
He
like
sucks
Dennis.
and everything else.
No, did you see Horrible Bosses?
No, I have not seen that. So maybe
Oh,
he's
well,
okay in
what's
that.
wrong
I
with
saw
you?
him in Pacific Rim, and I was like, "You're so bad in this."
No.
It's Pacific
Horrible
Rim, though.
Bosses.
That's
Best.
true. It was so bad. I wasn't prepared for the contrast of taking itself so seriously and not, right? Like in the middle, maybe it evens out, but that was a harsh transition for me.
You stole my head when you died.
I would say to anybody that watches Disenchantment, stick with it. Like it really
Give it
does
a
get
few.
better.
Enchantment.
Give a few episodes. I would say like
References from you now, Jack.
So
I always say with
That was
anime you
Dragon
gotta
Age.
do
3
3,
episodes.
right? And
I
I,
don't.
don't
I said
know.
no.
I don't know if 3 is quite enough for this. Like you might need to actually write it out to like 5 episodes.
At least 5, I think, because
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
on
all animes
4,
are, yeah.
I think it's not an anime.
No, it is. It's like Futurama.
No, This
Futurama,
is an
best
Amer-
anime
this is
ever.
Yeah,
an
it's the
American
best anime of all
cartoon.
time.
Yeah, it's
This
a
is not
U.S.
an
It's an
animation.
animated video or animated
Yeah.
cartoon.
Well,
Dude,
okay.
Everyone's
let's
talking
say-
about how One Piece is going on forever. Guys, Simpsons, that anime has just been, it won't
Since
die.
It's not an anime.
We've
it's-
already
it's
said
an American cartoon. That's what
Futurama
that
is the best anime that's ever existed.
That's what it is.
It just is.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fact.
but like
What's the best,
Best-
anime?
Futurama, totally.
Oh,
The first few arcs of The
Yeah,
Simpsons
makes,
was really
yeah,
good.
that one makes sense
Good
actually.
show.
Okay,
Good
yeah,
show. Good show.
yeah, yeah.
I said show.
It's got an Asian in it. Amy's Asian. It's totally an anime.
Way to go there, Marcus.
Best animation ever. Okay.
Yeah. I think on the Disenchantment note though, like why do those first few episodes need to suck? Because they release it all at once, right? So basically the whole season is a pilot season. Like why couldn't they make the whole season and then they're ready to release it and they're like, do you guys kind of think episodes 1 through 3 suck? Maybe we should fix them a little bit. Like they already know how it all happens. It's not like normal TV where they release a pilot and then they get approved to make a few more.
Oh,
And it's
speaking-
like this drawn out process,
So
right?
speaking of the pilots and all that, so Rivet TV, which with the Hollywood
Yeah.
thing,
You're not even going to answer my question. You're just going to side note, just
Yep.
skate around it.
yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna answer, but I'll let you.
Okay, go ahead and answer it. I'll finish this
No,
out
sorry,
first.
no, you go ahead. No. You're going on a roll.
Well,
Plus, I just took a drink of my beer, so I'm like.
I'm like holding off drinking my beer so I have something to drink
There's
for
more
our
in here.
toast.
That's more in
Yeah,
there.
but you got
Oh yeah. I have like 5 more.
anyway.
Drank too much root beer.
So the Kevin Smith with his pilot for Hollywood
Yeah.
was on Rivet TV. You go on and pledge how much you'd be willing to pay per episode. Yada yada yada. Fell quite short of its goal, but had a huge amount of number of people saying, "Yeah, I'd pay for it."
Yeah.
So they're actually going to produce it now, but it's going to
Really?
be, but it's going to be a pay-per-view type setup. So you have to, they're going to produce the season, 6 episodes, and then you got to buy the season.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That seems like what most things are going to now, anyways.
Yeah.
Is like with Amazon Prime and all that going to the pay to just buy the whole thing instead of free streaming or monthly streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
No, not really. It's like the whole Hulu thing, paying the extra like 10. What you doing there, Marcus? Is careful.
I was just trying to see more of you, Mick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What
pay
the hell are you
like
doing?
$5 or $10 for no ads, but it's really just like less ads.
Yeah, it's less
It's
ads.
not. Yeah, it's
BS.
not the actual.
Which,
getting
by the
rid
way,
of it.
how much better is Crunchyroll?
Also, although
Oh, I haven't even had
also
to use it yet, but it's going to be awesome.
I heard this too the other day that Netflix is going to start putting ads.
I heard that too. My wife told me about that.
Oh.
And I'm kind of pissed
So,
about that.
but what
because
if the
Netflix
ads-
was already
did
the
you-
one that I was thinking about dumping.
Did you hear like what that means? Does that mean that there will be like a cheaper service with ads, or does it mean that the service we have now will have ads? Because that could be totally different.
I think the service is just going to have ads now, and then they may like keep their standard. Well, like you're saying, the cheaper rate, I guess, but it would be the standard what we pay now. But then you have to pay an extra like 10, 15 on top of that to get without ads.
Yeah, that's crappy because Netflix
Which
is
would be
already
stupid.
the expensive one.
Yeah, and Netflix is already the one that I'm thinking about dumping. Just like,
And
don't
I
need
already
anymore.
found a way to disable the ads. You
Oh,
log
well, whatever.
into your account.
Yeah, that was like yesterday, Jack.
Oh my god. You log in to your account in like a browser on your computer, do your profile, and then
You just
Disable
block.
the ads and what? On what? What
On
are we disabling
Netflix.
ads on? On
my
Netflix?
Yeah.
But there's
And-
no ads yet. You don't even have to disable
no,
them.
I
there's no
guess
ads
there,
on
there
Netflix.
already are for some people. It's a trial
What?
run. So basically, what you do is you go to the
What
settings.
fools have that, right? Suckers.
Well, then it does
I bet it's the people that get the like 30-day trial
previews,
free.
and
Maybe
then
that's
you,
what
like,
it is.
turn it off. No, I think this is
I don't have any ads on mine.
it'll just appear between episodes. Or I
I've been
think it could be.
That's
well,
stupid though.
What a lot of companies will like do it by city at first. So like for instance, Comcast did certain like you can only stream this much a month, and they did that in like Atlanta, or they do it in New York, or they just do it in cities, and then they spread that whole service out around.
If it goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it happens,
It's not good.
I prefer Netflix if I can because there's no ads. But that
That's
that
right.
is what makes it good. If
Yeah.
they take that away, I'll just stick with my Hulu.
But
Then
that's why
I
pay
might
for...
just go to the PlayStation View.
Oh, maybe yeah, because then you can watch even like network TV, right?
Exactly.
you can do that
yeah,
with
and
Hulu,
you're still
too.
gonna be paying about the same amount,
Yeah.
and you're getting the same stuff.
I should try the like 30-day free trial on that and see how it goes. I have not ventured into that at all.
So that's why I pay for Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Just so you don't have ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
the Crunchyroll
well,
ads are awful.
Yes,
They
they're the
put so
same
many.
ad over and over. They're terrible.
And they
So-
show you and they show you like 4 minutes of the same ad over and over.
You just
It
watch
tests-
5 seconds of your show. You want to watch
Yeah.
a 4-minute ad?
you
Yeah,
think
exactly.
you think you have the willpower to not pay, but you don't.
I've been that
They
guy
find
No,
a
though.
way
I don't.
to
I don't
work
think. I
inside
never
your
thought I
scrum
did.
brain.
I know I don't.
Oh, I'm just saying like that
I've-
was what happened to me.
I've been that guy though that wanted to watch a season of something on Hulu, and sat there during the commercial and thought I could get up and get this box set off of my DVD shelf, or I could watch 90 seconds of an ad.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I would have gotten the box set up.
But then you gotta open it, put it in there, stop Hulu. Like by the time you
Oh,
do all that,
so
90
worth it.
seconds went by, right?
So worth it because I'm gonna get a beer when I'm up anyway.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
You just get the disc and
I've
the
been
tray
that
of the
guy.
episodes starting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
right. It's like scrap. I did have a couple last things I wanted to touch on. We can just kind of burn through them. Joaquin Phoenix is for sure making a low-budget Joker origin movie. Did we hear about that?
Yes.
I have not heard about that.
Yeah.
So
Which-
he's the director?
No, he's the
starring.
actor.
That's
So
I
he's
feel
gonna
like
be
he's
Joker.
going
I
to be the
feel like
Joker.
he could be good.
I think he
as
could be
Joker.
really
I think he's
good.
really good. Yeah.
He's a nutcase anyway, right? Like it could be
Yeah.
awesome. I think
Yeah.
he needs to be.
Psychopath.
Yeah, he needs to be an arrogant, just so self-centered, crazy person to play that role, and I think that's him.
For most of what I've seen him in, he plays a very like shy, kind of introverted guy. So I'd like to see like a transition from that to the Joker.
Which is what the movie's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the origin of the Joker. I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to follow the
red-
Killing Joke kind of
Yeah.
storyline.
I just wanted to
Wait,
see a thumbs down.
Like the whole like mob boss background or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, where he
wasn't-
gets sucked in
wasn't
more
Killing-
noirish, right?
Was Killing
Yeah.
Joke
Yeah.
the one where
And it's supposed to be low.
Just Roman, just
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, right.
Wait. That's funny because he played.
That's
Caesar.
my point. That's what I want to see. I want
Yeah.
if he does play the Joker, I want to see that.
he played. Oh, I didn't know he played Caesar. I just remember him from Her.
Was it Gladiator?
Yes, it was Gladiator.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Maybe
never
Russell
seen that
Crowe
one.
can play like a henchman.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
or he
Right?
could just play. He could
That'd be
just play.
hilarious.
Have you
There.
seen the scene in Gladiator
Did
where Russell
Batman
Crowe
kill
totally
Joker at
has
the
his denim pants on?
No.
Yeah, there's like a
No.
scene in it where they were only supposed to film from the waist up, but they didn't for like this one scene, and you can see he's only like wearing his outfit from the waist up. He's got like just blue jeans on.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's like this real quick clip. I think you probably YouTube it or something. But it's hilarious.
Theory time. Did Batman kill the Joker at the end of Killing Joke? I think he did, yeah.
You think? Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to see how accurate the movie will portray.
No, are you saying that it's Killing Joke or that it's like the Joker's origin?
It's the Joker's origin, but I've heard rumors that it could take inspiration from the Killing Joke, because that is kind of the Joker's origin too.
Wait, oh, that's right. They had it in there, didn't they?
Yeah, because he's like a failed
monologuing
comedian. He's supposed to like work for this mob group, which is what causes him to turn into the Joker.
But wasn't he
like,
telling Batman this because I remember the theme park ride that he made it like.
Oh
Jimmy
yeah,
Gordon
it's a brutal story.
Yeah,
really. He kidnaps Commissioner Gordon. He shoots his daughter in the back, which paralyzes her. It's like, terrible.
And then he takes a bunch of growth.
And I hear that Jared Leto is pissed about it.
Yes, and I hope he is. 'Cause he should be.
See,
he's like, I got all those tattoos for real.
I don't care. What he should be most pissed about is his own acting.
Yeah. It's too bad. They're both like super method actors.
I'm damaged.
Too, so I don't know. I'm curious to see.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. I think Joaquin Phoenix can do a good job.
Leto advertises the fact that he's a method actor, which makes him not a method actor.
Joaquin Phoenix, we just assume he is because he's just crazy all the time.
But I'm serious. He goes out there, I'm a method actor. By the way, everybody, look what I'm doing because I'm a method actor.
Yeah.
No, you're not a method actor if you're doing that. Because if you were truly embodying the character and the character takes you over, per se, as what a method actor does, there would be nothing. You would just be doing it because you are the character.
Yeah, I agree. I hate him too.
I liked him.
I don't know that I hate him, but I hate him in that role.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Lord of War.
Oh,
I don't know.
It was him and Nicolas Cage, where Nicolas Cage was a arms dealer.
I've never seen it.
It was pretty good. I watched it like 8 times while mostly being drunk with Drew.
Awesome.
And it was pretty good.
So I got one complaint about your cast. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So your casts, I try to sit through them.
They're
and
so
watch
long,
them.
Right?
You could
like
totally you could release them all the same day, but just do them in segments. Just
do it, Mick.
Just find a spot and be like,
just
find a spot and be like.
I like that it's funner.
Exactly.
So much funner to drag it out.
No, but I'm just saying, it's like You're
Is he going pee?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, he is.
I'm doing it.
Ha! He walked off first.
It's
I
only
had to go
first.
next, but he walked off first.
No, but I'm just saying, it's this last cast was the furthest I've made it into one without having to stop and then come back to it later.
Nice.
We had to split up that. We did a Batman one that was like, 3 hours?
But
the Lego one was the longest, I think.
For us?
Oh,
yeah.
No, I think that was like 3 uninterrupted hours.
Yeah, that was. But that was all live.
Good.
So.
It's a good live one. That was good.
Yeah, Eric was great. I liked Eric. He did a good job. I love the crap that he was slinging.
And like I said, I wasn't kidding about my Warhammer figurines.
I'm
getting deep into Warhammer.
We never thought you... Nerdbuzzed origin story. We had some beers over it was actually at what was it? Leatherheads.
Yep, which no longer exists.
Yep,
because we ruin everything.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, we were at Leatherheads having an argument about DBZ.
Yes.
And then 3 or 4 days later,
on the couch? Yes.
About 3 or 4 days later, we're like, "Hey, I was thinking about doing a podcast. Me too." And here we are.
It was the most ignorant choice I've ever made in my life.
And then
I was like, "This will be easy, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
we could do
does
this for
it
$100. Be done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They struggled and toiled away alone, and then a shining bright light appeared. This beautiful
and then it was
young,
overshadowed by
strapping
Jack.
boy was doing amazing.
Not drunk on a
twerking.
couch. We were drinking.
Mark just eyed
3 or 4
this boy.
drinks.
Right.
At a local bar.
To comment on Dad's comment though, where he says, "I bet it was just 2 guys drunk on the couch." Our first, how many episodes were us getting drunk on the couch?
Our first 5 episodes were filmed on the couch, or were not filmed, but recorded on the couch.
Yeah, and we did them at like 10 in the morning, and we were basically had a beer coma every weekend because we would finish and literally just fall over and sleep because we were pretty toasted. We were like, we need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's because I was working nights.
It was just because I was drinking in the morning is why it was for me.
I know, but I was working nights.
Oh,
which is
that's
why
why we did it in the morning.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a
back
little
to,
more courteous than Marcus and say, go ahead and vamp while I go pee real quick.
Oh, so it's
Rather
not
than just
just
running
me.
off.
Yeah,
No,
go
no,
ahead
he
and do
said
it.
he said he was waiting for you.
back to
Yeah.
the
First.
Joker movie.
Oh, okay, nice. So you've been holding it.
So back to the Joker,
Back to the Joker.
because Jack's got to say
Alec
something.
Baldwin is actually going to play Batman's dad.
Interesting.
I think you'd make a great Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, he looks old enough.
Like
I
everyone's
guess.
when you look up the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, it's like Alec Baldwin. Okay, yeah, literally everything's.
How's
just
this
about
still
Alec
low
Baldwin.
budget? Is Alec Baldwin
'Cause
like the
Alec Baldwin
white
doesn't care anymore.
Samuel L. Jackson?
He just doesn't care anymore. He's like, yeah, that sounds like a great role. I'll do it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I think that the way what the director said, I think really got taken out of context. Like I think the director was saying, I'm not gonna commit like my 100%, so he will just be on the ground. What is that? Yes. Yeah, he's down. He's on the ground right now.
Yeah, he's under the table. Don't
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah, it smells really bad. Oh, Batman dad actor? Wait, what do you mean on the ground?
Batman dad actor is Alec Baldwin. Did I get it right?
Yeah. But no, what the director was saying is that he was like, I don't want to have to commit, like 100 years, and work about getting into the cinematic universe. I just want like to make a Joker movie, and like have some fun with it, but not like make it like my cinematic map. That's kind of what I was getting. I was getting like he didn't want to have to make like 7 movies, right, and have to make it be part
Getting
of
a
this
little
big
close
cinematic
with
universe.
Marcus there.
Just a little.
Batman's parents died. Oh, he's making a joke. Now it makes
Oh my
sense. Nice. Jokes are better when you have to explain it.
Right next to the pearls.
Awesome.
I gotcha.
I get
There
it.
we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, right
he's
next to the
gonna, he's gonna be like,
Yes, Dad, you're right.
he's gonna like turn his face. It's gonna be like Alec Baldwin is just gonna get shot, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right. He's
It's
in
gonna,
it.
it's gonna be like Brian
You won't even.
Cranston.
It'll just be all the shots from the back of him,
No.
and then the next shot will just be him in the dead pose.
No,
on the
guys,
ground. That'll
remember
be it.
how Bryan Cranston was advertised to be in like all like the Godzilla movie? It's like Bryan Cranston. He died within like 30 minutes. It's just gonna be that, but even faster.
Yeah, he'll be paid just to fall on the ground.
Maybe the
Exactly.
Joker. Oh, and they said it was a key role, so maybe the Joker will actually be the guy that kills. Oh, he'll be somehow related to what's that guy's name? The guy that killed
Make yourself go away and think about it.
Batman. Guy that kills
Yeah,
Batman's
think about
dad.
it.
Yeah, think about it. Think about what you did, Jack. So my last note I
That's my
have,
role.
if we segue out of Joker, is which is funny because we touched on this earlier, and maybe we did that because you guys already knew what I wanted to
Yes.
talk about. But one of my favorite film franchises of all time, and my wife will also agree with me on this, is Fast and Furious.
Joe Chill.
It is one of the best movies ever. Movie series ever.
It's pretty good.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh
They go
my
from
God.
street thugs to the world's elite task force to fight anything. It's awesome,
Too Fast and Furious,
as long
man.
as they have enough horsepower.
right? Yes, which is 2,000, 3,000, right? It keeps going. It's almost like Dragon Ball Z, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
But I've heard this rumor that the
He needs to
Walker
shift.
brothers might come back to do have Paul be a cameo in
Yeah.
the next movie.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Like he might show up to save the day. They said if it's really tastefully done, they're totally on board. They love the idea of him being in the movie and that he was so in love with the franchise that they like the idea of him still being there, and they really love how they sent him off in the 7th
Yeah.
one?
Yep.
I think it's the
Yes.
7th one. Yeah.
Seventh
That
one where he
was
drives off in
like-
the sunset.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
But it was so tastefully done.
Yeah.
Like, really, for as cheesy and horrible as those movies are, which is what I love them for, I've never seen a movie ever acknowledge that somebody actually died during production, during the movie, but still, like, didn't interrupt the flow of the movie or anything. It was really, really tastefully done.
Yeah.
I heard it was, like, some voice acting and CGI work that his brothers had done and sat in to finish out those scenes.
Yeah, because they're brothers. I mean, the brothers look alike. They
Super
kind of like you
close.
can kind of tell with the face. It's
Yeah.
not as bad as like Superman, with the mustache. but I mean, it was pretty good, and it was like, yeah.
Once
That's the
again,
cool
Dad,
part
I
of it,
love
though.
how we love such the opposite things. It's fine. I support all of your wrong decisions.
I agree with that too. It wasn't
Oh.
about street racing anymore. It was more of just like action.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
they just went that extra mile and went like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're just gonna throw some rock kicking a torpedo.
Right? That
into
was
a
my
submarine.
favorite.
And
Like,
then
that's-
the bucket of Pabst Blue Ribbons or whatever.
My
So
favorite
dumb.
is totally in that movie when Dom jumps and blows up the submarine and the
Yeah.
explosion's hurling at him and he's like, no, I'm going to die. And you're thinking that too, like, no, Dom. And then all of a sudden the cars come in and block the blast. Like, that's so just horribly awesome. It's so good. It's my favorite part. I still cry with laughter every time that happens. It's awesome.
Wait, tanks falling out of planes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need
I think
to.
that's
I need
number
to watch.
6.
I need to watch these.
Oh, it gets so absurd. It's so good.
I tried watching the first couple and I'm like,
X.
I'm so
Triple
bored.
X.
Yeah, you're on board with that one too? Not the
Oh.
one with Ice Cube or the one
Well,
with Ice
tri-
Cube?
To,
No,
to,
so
to, be,
they
to
all-
be
they
fair,
all-
the cars jumping from one building to the other was the way they did it was made sense just because of the just the sheer amount of image and money that's thrown around in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's all it is. It's just money and image.
I still love that me and Dad have such different.
I think it's hilarious.
It's awesome. It's my favorite.
What I love
The
is
one
that you
thing we
still
can agree
subscribe.
on, I
Thank
hope,
you.
is that we like each other. So
Yeah.
you're my favorite fan to hate everything you love, Dad.
He hates everything you love. That brings him joy.
It does.
I dated
A
someone
little
like that.
right there. That was a dad tear just for you.
Yeah.
No one heard
Just
that. That
one
was a
dad
good one.
tier.
But he doesn't hate Dad.
But he doesn't hate
You
Dad.
don't hate Dad.
I don't hate Dad.
Exactly. That's what I'm
No.
saying.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's not like
It's a
Jack.
it's a
No,
happy
I
dad
hate
tier.
Jack. I do, with a passion too. Sometimes I have to try. Every time we do a podcast, I'm like, could I hate Jack more? I don't think so. And then we do the podcast, I'm like, wow, I blow my own mind.
You know what it reminds me of? That reminds me of I have no mouth and I must scream, and the computer's like, hate. Let me tell you how much I have come to hate you since I have been born. You know,
Yeah.
have you read that? Or
No.
That's one of the most depressing short stories ever. I'll
Hey, you have a fan, Jack. Look
Look
at
that up.
thanks, Dad. I
Oh
love
man,
you too.
come on, really? Breaking my balls, Dad.
Well, no, you gotta
Likes
see,
you guys,
it's the
loves
opposites,
me.
remember?
Oh, okay, again, it is the
See?
opposites, of
Yeah.
course. It
So
makes,
he's right.
It makes
Marcus
it
is
makes
wrong.
dollars
Got
and
it.
cents.
this is why I love to hate everything you love. So I do. I do want to end on a little note here because we do have our anime that we're watching. Do you watch anime, Mick?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen Initial D?
I have not, but I've heard of it.
So if you're going to, can I give you a recommendation?
Yes.
Just skip all the
Wait,
way.
no.
No. Okay. Just skip all the way to the end of the episode and just watch the end credits.
Okay.
It is the best part of the show ever. It's so good, dude. You want to talk about
Oh
the
my
definition of like Japanese anime is the end of that show. It's so awesome.
First season.
First season is money, dude. That's my favorite part of every episode. I
know.
won't skip it. I watch it every time. My wife watched it and she
It
goes,
is such.
"What is this?" And I was
It
like,
is
"Right?" And
such-
then he laughed.
Is it the same clip every
such
time?
It's
Yeah.
the end credits for the
It's the
season.
end credits. It's the song and everything. It's so good, dude.
It's such a bad music video.
Oh, it's so awesome. It's
Oh,
like
that's the best.
Oh,
it's like horrible
awful.
80s, but I think
Is
but like
anything horrible?
so
It's-
Japanese.
It's Japanese
so good.
rapping, but rap
Oh,
rock.
yeah.
Yeah, but with this like female singer that like ghosts in as she starts
Yeah, I
singing,
know.
and like it's so good, dude. It's my
awful.
favorite part of the
You
show.
sold me on that
Yes.
one.
So bad.
So
It
just
is
go episode 1,
so bad.
skip to the end credits, and watch that music video.
Oh
It's
my
so good.
god, it's so bad.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
You will.
is it
I
the
hope that
live
you.
action one?
Yes, it has live
remember
action.
that. No, I was watching. That's right. I was,
Yeah, it's not even animated. It's
was
so
watching-
good.
Initial
So
D,
bad.
As soon as it came on, me and my wife were like, "What is
a
this?"
long time ago, I was watching Initial D at my house
Wait,
with my friends, and I was
it's
like,
not
"Wait,
animated?
what?"
No, the end credit scene is like a live action video
Oh,
that this like
so much
Japanese
better.
rock group does. It's so good.
So much
It's so
awful.
good.
It's
so good.
so bad.
Worth watching. And my favorite part so far of the whole show is that. So watch it, people. And also just keep watching Initial D and let us know what you think. Please, please.
Initial D.
Yeah. So
Initial D.
I think so. This doesn't turn
Is that how they say
into
it?
yeah.
Initial
That's
D.
only in season 1 though, right? I think.
I
Like
think
it
so.
changes
Yeah,
as
it
it
probably
goes.
does.
Yeah.
When's the next season of One Punch Man coming out?
I don't know. I'm
I
fine with
I
it.
heard
though.
it was
ended on
announced.
such a like. that thing is solid from the beginning to the end. I don't need any.
And he
I just
actually gets punched.
If that's where it ends, I'm fine with it.
Me too,
But he needs
I
to
wish
punch
they would.
everything.
As long as it's good, right? Like, what if they do more and it
se-
sucks?
Season 2 will be Two Punch Man.
Oh, it will never suck.
Two Punch Man.
Well, no, I mean, like, because the guy took the punch.
Yeah,
But he wasn't punching in his full power.
Sure.
What?
maybe I'll throw a
that
kick in
final
there.
battle from the very first episode.
So, I before we wrap up our beer, I totally want to thank Mick. Thank you for joining us and putting up with Jack. I know it's not easy to do,
I think
so I
it's pretty
really,
easy. I do
really
it every
appreciate
day.
you trying as hard as you did.
Somehow.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
And
I'm
tell
not
people where they can find you and hear more of your banter.
Right here.
Right here
Oh
on
my
Nerdbuzz.
On YouTube at Stupid Mythic Forest. Also on Twitter at the official SMF. And at stupidmythicforest.com. Hey, look, I did that one better.
Nice.
Nice.
Do it, people. Do it. Do it. They are literally
Can
our,
you do that
our
again?
second favorite podcast.
And can I do it again?
3
don't
times
listen,
fast.
Don't listen to him.
You want to do it again?
Our next
Go ahead and
episode.
follow us on YouTube at Stupid Mythic Forest. On Twitter at official SMF. And also go to stupidmythicforest.com to keep up on all the news.
That was pretty good. That was like radio DJ.
That's
That
good.
was worth it.
What's
I
up,
felt
guys?
that.
Okay,
Good.
you know what you
Yeah,
talking about.
Hey, it's 3
And
dogs.
I have
speaking
the squish coming at you live.
speaking of Stupid Mythic Forest and Mick,
Yes, sir.
have you ever thought about calling it Stupid Micketh Forest?
Oh my
You can just
God.
like claim all the thunder.
I hadn't.
Do a third name
But
change
now
right? Yeah.
you know,
Oh.
it's a good pun, but
I'm
All right, I just had to throw it out there.
that would sound too Jack's Generation YouTube.
Okay, I get it. I instantly see all the flaws.
Right. And then I have to put only Fortnite videos on there.
Right? Totally.
That's not my generation. That's the next one. No, I hate Fortnite.
Nice. I'm so glad you hit the button
You're,
there, Mick.
you're conglomerated into that.
Don't dare lump me with that.
if
I'm
you are
so
part of
pissed
it-
right now.
If you didn't get enough of Mick, stay tuned and enjoy our show next week, which unfortunately will be pre-recorded, but we because we are moving to Wednesdays for our live shows because of football. So I have to watch my Monday Night Football when the Hawks play, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to be nerdy during that time and do that. And I'm going to drink beer too, so go Hawks. But we're going to switch to Wednesdays. We'll be back the week after that. But Mick's going to join us again. We're going to do a little after party. You'll get that next week, so stay tuned. We're going to talk about RPG board games and do some beer quizzing
Oh,
from
boy.
our snob book that's
Well, that's
just
gonna
off
be
camera,
fun.
but we've had it on the table forever. So we need to actually use it. So let's talk about our beers, and let's wrap this up before it turns
Some
into
optics
a...
there, Jay.
Bye,
Before it
Dad.
turns into a stupid Micketh Forest
Hey.
episode.
This is the best Stupid Mythic Forest episode ever.
I
I'm
know.
not drunk.
And it was short and to the point.
It's totally fun.
What do you think of your Big Ballard? How's it treating you here as we...
I actually really enjoy this one. This is one of my favorites from Red Hook. Even though it's an IPA, and I'm sick of IPAs at this point in the year.
The Red Hook that I've been enjoying is the Bi-Coastal.
Oh, that one's good too. I like this one a little bit better, just because it's
Bigger?
The bitter doesn't stick with me.
Yeah, I can see that because the alcohol burns everything in your mouth.
No, not at all. Oh, this is talking about Jay's rum. Then yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That'll clean you
Like,
out
so,
from
before-
lips to... Yeah,
Before we do this, okay, so
lips to tip.
Jay, I don't know if you guys heard. So when we were all at Fairy Blossom,
Yeah.
I poured myself one of the it was the Stone IPAs that Marcus brought.
Oh, okay.
Okay, took one sip and like, yeah, it's all right. My good friend Colwyn, that he's kind of an asshole. He,
Oh, yeah, I met him.
That
he
makes
decided
sense.
to
What's his
fill
name
the
again?
rest of my
Yeah.
Col-
Yeah,
Colon.
Colwyn.
Colwyn. Oh, okay.
There's a there. Win. Like he's been in prison.
That's all right. My asshole does that sometimes too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, anyway. So he poured it.
So I had my beer in my goblet. I went and did some things. I came back and took a drink of my beer, and I'm like, this is such strong alcohol. This is awful. This is the most disgusting beer I've had. he decided to pour some of your rum and fill up my goblet.
I love that we're getting the other end of this because I
Wow.
totally watched him do that.
I didn't.
Did you watch? Yeah, I
did not
sat
do
there
it.
and watched him do that, and I was like, "Yeah, do it. It'll be funny." I wish you would have had a stronger reaction at the time, but I'm glad that I get to experience it now.
The reaction was internal because it instantly gave me like a migraine.
Nice, nice. Worth it.
Your pain brings
Worth
me
it.
joy.
It was so bad.
So we know that Jack hates his root beer,
Okay.
right? We already talked
first
about
one,
that.
I hated
Anyway,
my first one.
you gave it a
Second
super
one,
turd.
a 5.
Five.
It was borderline good, borderline bad. It was just kind of like it was there. I was actually expecting a lot from Crim City. I was kind of disappointed because that cover art is it's beautiful.
But the second one,
It was, I don't know, like it was just like this. It was really it's kind of hard to describe. There's a lot of flavors going on.
is that a 6 or a 5.5 then?
It was a 5.
5.
Very
What
even.
we didn't even ask Mick. What would you give a Big Ballard if you had to do a 1 out of 10 there? 1 through
I'd do
10.
this one like a 7.5.
7.5? So that's like
Yep.
it's between good and great. Nice, nice. Makes sense. It's the IPA you
Yep.
can drink.
Yeah.
This is like my go-to IPA.
Yeah.
What do you think of the one we're drinking, Jay?
I'm not really liking it. It's the biscuity flavor kind of falls off a little bit later. The hop aromas and flavors really come out, but they're not super bitter. It's very floral. It's got a lot of that earthy flavor.
Yep.
That you seem to like a lot.
I do.
It has a lot of that. The malt body is not super strong. It still keeps the tang, and the alcohol flavor doesn't seem to overtake.
No, and it's very.
It finishes pretty clean.
I think it finishes really clean too. It doesn't like grab your tongue the whole way down.
No.
Right? Which I've been running into with some of the IPAs for sure. It's bitter, bitter, bitter all the way down your tongue. This one doesn't do that at all. And I we've talked a lot of times about how we want to kind of go back to just sort of those root IPAs.
Yeah.
Like, and they're hard to find, right? I think this is a pretty good example of that.
Yes.
Like, it's
it
very well
much
balanced.
is.
Nothing is over the top. Like, if you just want to know what an IPA is, this is a great one
Yeah,
to just...
5.5
to
to
just
6% is an IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean that plus 10?
Plus
So
10, that's what
5.5
everybody
to
does.
6% is an IPA.
Yeah.
And now they're, like I said, nowadays you go out there and you find single IPAs at 7.5.
Yeah.
They're not double. And that is very much double IPA.
I completely agree. I really, really love it for that. And this is a Naked City beer, which, to be fair, the only other beer that I've really had of theirs that I've been really adamantly a fan of, not that I've like hated all of them, but the one that it really stood out as really good was the Big Lebruski.
Yes.
I love that beer. It's so what they say it is, which I'm a big fan of that. If you're going to put it on the label, it better be that in the bottle, right? And that beer totally is. This one I think is very much that way too. So I give him big props. I'm gonna give this one. I think it's a solid 8.
That's
I
where
really do like it.
I was sitting as an 8 well.
Yeah.
Nice.
8 as well. But
Yeah. So when you come and visit us, we do our land party, Mick. We'll
Yes.
pick up a growler of some Naked City brew, and you can try it yourself.
Absolutely.
I'd be happy with that.
And I will give you a growler
Dad's
of
still
Crim
here.
City.
Hey, Dad, we beyond appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for following. I love you, even though I hate everything you love. And please tune in on Wednesday. But we will have another episode on Monday. We're going to do it again with
That's
Mick.
gonna be good.
Yep, it'll be good. We're going to drink more, get more buzzed, get more nerdy. On that note, to all the nerds,
through all the fuzz.
bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Let's get nerd buzzed.
Talking about beer, talking about nerd culture. You're on Nerdbuzzed. Marcus and
Almost came
Jeremiah.
That was
You're
close.
on Nerdbuzzed.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Love you, just not anything you love.
Let's get Nerdbuzzed.
Yeah, go team.